Today I'm drawing the Red Death. Um, if you don't if the Red Death is a completely new concept to you, it's a Batman. It's a version of Batman from the Dark universe. It's like it's so freaking great. It's so great. Um, the Dark Multiverse is what it is, because there's a regular multiverse, the 52 universes. And then there's the Dark Multiverse. The Dark Multiverse is the flip side. It's everything that's never supposed to happen. And Batman being Batman, apparently, Batman does everything that's not supposed to happen. These universes that get created through these terrible decisions or bad things that happen or whatever, these universes are never supposed to exist. So they crumble away. Eventually, they just crumble away. And Batman in every universe is trying to figure out how to make it, how to live, how to get to the next, how to just stay alive, how to exist. Because he starts to figure out what's happening. So what he ends up doing is he ends up taking the powers of the Flash. Batman, in order to stay alive, he attacked the Flash, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Like he had everybody else's like stuff. Like he had like King Cold's gun, his glasses. He had like weapons from everyone. And so what he did was he took Flash's powers. Now he's like bright red. He was bright red. It was like, it's so cool. It was just like, I've never been the biggest Batman fan, but when I saw the Red Death, I was like, all right, you got me. You got me, man. I'm not made of stone. But this is what I'm doing. Like in this one, I'm drawing the Red Death. I'm drawing it from another, I'm drawing the cover photo and the cover picture. And I like to show what I always tell everybody is anyone can draw. Anybody can draw, because this drawing isn't perfect. I use the eraser a lot. You're gonna, if you pay attention, there's a lot of the little eraser crumbs everywhere, because you have to erase a lot. It's gonna be your friend. The eraser is your friend. But look, just right there on the page, there's two things. I kept getting phone calls on this. There's two things. I have my mechanical pencil and my eraser. That's all I use before, I have the marker that I ended up using it's nothing special. It's a water-based ink calligraphy pen. And you know why I used it? Because it's the one I found. Like, I was sitting here and I was like, where are my pens? Because like when you like to draw, you end up with a bunch of pens. It's almost like the pen this is gonna be the pen that makes you the best artist possible. But it never is. It's never, like, I found a few pens that are like, oh, dude, I've been looking for this. This is freaking great. But it's never the pen that's gonna make the difference. It's never like that. You know what I mean? I just grabbed a calligraphy freaking pen marker. It felt more like a marker because the ink would just, it was soaking into the paper. And I'm just using regular copy paper here. If you notice, the angle changed. It's because I was having to draw around my camera. Like I was having to hug the legs. And so I just like flipped it up. And I was like, I'll just flip the image later when I'm done. Because I couldn't get in there well enough. I couldn't like actually, there's imperfections because I couldn't get in there the way I like to get in there when the camera was in my face. And I didn't feel like going, not that I didn't feel like, I didn't go back and fix them. Because I was just trying to get this done. And yeah, the Red Death is pretty cool. Like he escaped. It's from the Dark Knight's Metal series, and it's so good. If you haven't picked it up, you need to pick it up. Bringing Flash, the Red Death. I'm thinking about color for the next. Maybe I'll make another video if this one does anything. I'll color it. And we'll see where we end up on that. But because I enjoy just drawing. Like this drawing took a really long time because I'm not the best artist. I'm not the best artist. Um, the eraser is your friend. Anybody can learn how to draw. Anybody can learn how to draw. Whenever you're doing something like this, whenever you're drawing, just even if it's when you're using photo reference, all you really have to do is just pay a lot of attention to negative space. Negative space is usually your guideline to where if you've got everything like, because I usually grid it out in my head. I have a grid where I can just like, where is this in proportion to that? In relation, where is this in relation to that? Where is this in proportion to that? How wide is this compared to that? And then, it's math. I've always looked at drawing as math because like one plus one always equals two. Like if this is that size and that is this size, and 1 plus 1 is always 2. The eyes are always in the same place. Everything is always just right where it should be. And then I start inking. I start inking with it. I don't know if you can read it, but it's a calligraphy pen. I just basically I press down the edges. I'm resourceful. I press down the edges, and that way it wouldn't give me such a hard time. I basically rounded a calligraphy pen and started using it because why not? Because I'm lazy. And there's still a lot of things I didn't do to this drawing. I was just trying to finish it after how long it was taking me. I just wanted to finish it. And I didn't add line weight to the outline of the drawing. I thought line weight on the outside of the drawing gives it a 3D feel. Look at any drawing from your favorite artist, and the line weight on the outside just gives it like that extra, just an extra feel, like of 3 dimensions. Because as you round a curve, like you can thicken the line or thin the line, and then as you come back, you can thicken it back up, and it gives this extra dimension. That's why, to me, cartoons always look cool, because they always had this thick outline to it, which is what you do for cartoons. But like comic books, if you vary the line weight, it gives it something else. It makes it feel alive almost. And shading's never been the best thing I've ever done. Like I've never been the best at shading. But I really enjoyed drawing the Red Death. Like it's so cool. Like he has a cool mask. Like he's got the little things on his little armor, gloves, because it only really goes up to his elbow. Those little things, and they look really cool. Like the Red Death is just one of the coolest things I've drawn in a really long time. I spend a lot of time just like trying to perfect eyes and drawing, just like trying to perfect pieces. And I never really sit down and like draw a thing. And I was like, you know what? I saw the Red Death and I was like, oh man, I gotta draw this. Like I have to. And now Batman has the Flash's Speed Force, as the Red Death does, and these are all like evil Batman. They're being coerced out of their universes. Like someone's showing them how to get out, and I think it's oh, there it is. And that's it. Thanks, guys. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. And I didn't realize it was gonna go that fast. Like and subscribe, guys. Share with your friends if you enjoyed it. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for watching.